This is what I did to get my splits in 30 days. I went from this to this. When I was younger, I did dance, I did gymnastics, so I was actually pretty flexible, but becoming a bodybuilder in my college years, I spent all my time in the weight room and I lost all my flexibility. That is why I have decided to start a 30-day split challenge. I ran into some difficulties along the way, but I'll let you know exactly what I did to overcome these. Okay, so we're gonna get some baseline measurements. All right, well, not bad, not good. Very tight. Okay, not terrible. Okay, oh boy. So I constructed my stretches from a couple different sources. I did a lot of stretches based on my history as a physical therapist, but I also found stretches based off videos from YouTube, other individuals who've done a 30-day split challenge. I did it based on Olympic gymnast routines, and I compiled all of them together. So I started by setting a timer for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the amount of time that I had that day. Some days I do my stretches in the morning before work, sometimes after work. So hack number one, for every muscle that you want to lengthen, you want to hold for at least 3 minutes every single day to get the most optimal benefits from your stretching. If you're doing it less than this amount of time, yeah, you may still make progress, but you're not going to see the amount of gains and the amount of time that you want. During these stretches, it's really important to pay attention to your pelvis, because if you're going like this and your pelvis is back, you're really not going to get a pull right here in your hip flexor. You want to rotate your pelvis forward like that, and you get a nice pull in the front of your left hip. So with the splits, we need to be able to lengthen the hamstring underneath your leg as well as the hip flexor in front of your hip. So every day I made the active effort to stretch these muscles at least 3 minutes. But I did a lot more stretching than just the hamstrings and the hip flexors because our hips are a very complex joint and you want to keep the entire hip mobile and flexible, not just these two muscles. So I did run into some difficulties. As I mentioned earlier, I am a bodybuilder, but with weight training, after you do a leg session, you get really sore and you get tight resulting from it, and that is normal. So the days after weight training, I would be really sore into my legs, and I would focus this time on utilizing the foam roller as well as doing some light stretches, but I was not going as far into my stretches as I would have liked, but that's okay. There were even days that I took off of stretching and I did not count that into my 30-day span. I counted my 30 days of stretching into 30 days of stretching, not 30 days consecutive of stretching, because it is important to take rest days. If you're really sore or your body is telling you no, it's okay to take these days to rest and recover, hydrate, sleep, things like that. As I was doing my stretches, yes, I had my 20 or 30 minute timer going, and I would use that to count the 30 seconds I was holding every stretch. With these stretches I was either doing static, where I would sit there and hold the stretch for 30 seconds at a time, or I would be doing dynamic stretches where I'd move through the length of the muscle and back out. Both static and dynamic stretches are great for improving range of motion of the muscle, but the dynamic stretching actually helps you to utilize this new gained motion rather than just have a longer muscle. You get to be able to use it. Okay guys, a moment of truth. And lastly, I will hold my splits for a good amount of time and Voila! 30 days in and we're not exactly touching the ground, but pretty dang close. And this is my dominant side. Still feel like an old woman coming out of it. Don't turn 30. Okay, but now is my non-dominant side. Whew, I must say, I don't know what to expect here. Yep, okay. So, this side could use some more work, but it is not my more flexible side. So, I will continue working on that. Ugh. Okay, heavy breathing. And there you have it, 30 days of splits. Don't forget, if you found this video helpful, to give it a like and subscribe to my channel.